I believe that you heard your master sing, and I was sick in bed.
Leonard Cohen was already an accomplished poet when his debut album, Songs of Leonard Cohen, reached stores in late 1967. But the simply titled LP introduced the world to a major new musical voice, brooding, sensuous, and utterly literary. Even in the freewheeling late 60s, it was hard to find a more unlikely pop star than this 30-something existential Canadian writer. Having published his second and final novel, Beautiful Losers, to some acclaim but little sales in 1966, songwriting seemed a somewhat more lucrative way to stay in the game. Suzanne, inspired by Cohen's friendship with Montreal scene maker Suzanne Verdal, was first recorded by Judy Collins in 1966 and quickly brought Cohen's songwriting to a much larger audience. With a circular melody and blend of straightforward and surreal lyrics, it would catch the ear of the legendary John Hammond, who'd helped launch the careers of Billie Holiday and Bob Dylan, among others, and who would soon sign on to produce Cohen's debut.
Suzanne takes you down to her place near the river. You can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night beside her.
Sisters of Mercy, a sad, sweet waltz that would receive corner-brightening calliopean bells on the album, depicted a très-Canadian situation. Cohen's brief, chaste encounter with two women during an Edmonton blizzard.
We weren't lovers like that, and besides, it would still be all right.
It was one of several standout songs Cohen possessed when he relocated from bohemian Montreal to Manhattan's thriving folk scene, where he took up at the infamous Chelsea Hotel and soon crossed paths with John Hammond and a Columbia record contract. Taking a few side trips into the world of Andy Warhol's factory, Cohen soon developed an unrequited crush on Nico, the Velvet Underground's mysterious chanteuse, leading him to write his debut album's haunting closing song, One of Us Cannot Be Wrong. Cohen had no shortage of muses, however.
I lit a thin green candle to make you jealous of me.
Hey, That's No Way to Say Goodbye, an instant classic of fleeting love, received a typically elegant arrangement from the small group Hammond assembled.
I loved you in the morning, our kisses deep and warm.
But with minimal experience as a performer, and only then with informal country and western groups, Cohen's self-consciousness and lack of studio savvy caused problems from the get-go, the songwriter feeling intimidated by the session musicians who brought an overly ornate dimension to the songs. Cohen tried various measures in the studio, including lighting candles and incense, and, at one session, having Hammond bring in a full-length mirror to sing into.
Hey, that's no way to say goodbye.
So Long, Marianne, written for Cohen's most longtime muse, Marianne Jensen, is the album's most sonically fleshed-out song, with a soaring chorus, folk rock rhythm section, and impassioned vocals complementing the elegiac lyrics. By the time it was recorded, John Simon had replaced Hammond behind the boards, and the eclectic West Coast group Kaleidoscope were drafted to add a gently psychedelic flavor to the proceedings.
So long, Marianne, it's time that we began to laugh and cry and cry and laugh about it all again.
Adorned with a solemn cover portrait, Songs of Leonard Cohen slipped into stores during the cold days between Christmas and New Year's in late 1967. No longer merely a poet or writer of songs for others to sing, Cohen's debut put him solidly on the road to stardom, establishing themes he would chase through nearly a half-century of songwriting. Among several signature compositions on the album, Suzanne rapidly became a modern standard, inspiring notable covers by Nina Simone, Roberta Flack, and even a French-language version by François Hardy. Uncompromising and beautiful, Songs of Leonard Cohen is a classic of worldly heartbreak, otherworldly grace, and songwriting that masterfully bridges the gap between the personal and the universal.